come across those how I cleared my skin in just 1 week videos all the time, right? But I kind of bypass them because, you know, they seem a little, you know. However, I just recently came across a video with 4 million views. The thumbnail got me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in here. And I watched it, and girl, we need to talk about this. Keep watching. This video was posted in June 2020, and I guess typically when people react to videos, they're, you know, usually more recent. However, this just popped into my feed, so it's recent to me. Let's watch it together and learn.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to start this video off by showing y'all before results. Oh my god, my skin was so bad. My breakout started the end of January, and then I was doing everything under the sun to try and get this acne to go away because I don't know what was going wrong. I was getting laser, I was getting peels, I was trying to go to every esthetician in my city, like, oh my god. But my skin has came a long way, and y'all have noticed the 360 change, and I'm so happy quarantine happened because baby, like, this just wasn't it, okay? So yes. Ooh, look at that glass skin, baby. This is skincare routine 2020 on how I clear my skin and fade my hyperpigmentation.
Okay, first things first, that transformation looks amazing. I feel bad that she went to a number of pros in her area to kind of get help with her skin and she didn't get that help. One of the things that I always say here on this channel is that, you know, we can do only but so much at home before we need to have a pro step in. And I always stress the importance of seeing a pro who specializes in skin of color, who has receipts that they know what they're doing with skin of color. Because unfortunately, you do run into people who just don't know what the heck they're doing, and it's very disheartening.
First things first, we gotta cleanse our face. So I use the Peroxide acne wash, and this is 10% benzoyl peroxide. And you do not want to start off by adding water to the cleanser. You want to just dry cleanse. Dry cleansing is basically using the cleanser without water activating the cleanser, but you want to just use the wash in this natural base. It's like a mask basically, and you're just breaking up the oil, breaking up all the dirt so it can come out of your pores and everything. And I let this sit on my face for like a good 60 seconds.
This cleanser thing that she's doing isn't crazy. You can leave a cleanser with an active ingredient like this on for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, so you can reap the benefit of that active ingredient, and then you rinse it off. This is not going to be something that's going to work for everybody, but it is something that I have seen pros and experts talk about.
And then I go ahead and use my Clarisonic Mia 2. This is a facial brush that I've been using for years. I did take a break, and then once I started breaking out, I was like, oh hell no, like I need something more to clean my face. So I started back using the Mia Cleanser 2, and stay tuned for the end of the video because somebody is going to be winning one of these, and I don't even have the new one, so I'm a little jealous. But yes, and then I just do this for 60 seconds. And if you don't have the money to purchase a facial brush cleanser, just wash your face for 60 seconds, and I swear to you, it's a game changer.
I actually personally did see a difference in my skin when I used the Clarisonic. The only difference for me though, they tell you to use it daily, that it's safe to use it daily. Not for me. I use my Clarisonic maybe twice a week, if even, and sometimes it was maybe like once a week or once every 2 weeks, but I did enjoy using my Clarisonic. However, if you have acne and you have some active cysts, blackheads, whiteheads, you probably don't want to use a skincare brush on that because it can distribute the bacteria to other places on your skin, which for some people can cause additional acne. And then if you have the kind of like the cystic pimples that, you know, like the pimples that like raise and they kind of never come to a head, you can kind of puncture those, insert some additional bacteria, make it worse, make it harder for that pimple to heal because now you done busted it up and all of the gunk and whatnot is getting in. Right now when she's using it, it doesn't look like she has any active acne on her face, but just a little tidbit. Also, the 60 seconds that she's talking about is something that was popularized by LA Beautyologist, who also has a channel here on YouTube. So the 60-second rule is loved by a lot of people. It's where you manually cleanse your skin for 60 seconds, making sure that you get into all the crevices. For some people, that is the bee's knees. For other people, it can be irritating, especially depending on the type of cleanser that you're using. If you're gonna do something like that, I would say to use a gentle cleanser. Something with benzoyl peroxide, and you have the skincare brush, and you're doing that for 60 seconds. For some people, that can be a lot.
I use the oil-based makeup remover. I do not use makeup wipes anymore. So I highly recommend the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. It takes my makeup right off. And then I also use a face steamer 1 to 2 times a week. I know they have a lot on Amazon to choose from. And then also I do use a face mask 1 to 2 times a week. Preferably I use the Body Shop Himalayan one. Charcoal one is so good. If you're not new here, you know this is my ish, and I always use it to bounce my skin back. And then also I do wash my pillowcases once a week, preferably every Sunday. I switch them out. Highly recommend washing your pillowcases and sheets in general like once a week.
Like a lot of us, she double cleanses. Basically, she uses an oil-based cleanser to remove her makeup, and then she follows up with her regular cleanser, which I'm assuming is the benzoyl peroxide cleanser that she's using in the video. And she said that she doesn't use makeup wipes. Now, the thing with makeup wipes, now I wrote a blog post years ago outlining my issues with makeup wipes. If you want to check that, I'll link it in the description box. But to summarize, most of the issues that come with makeup wipes lies in the user, right? Because people think that they can replace cleansing the skin, doing a good proper cleanse with a makeup wipe, and that's just not how it works. A makeup wipe typically is not going to remove all your makeup. You're still gonna have some traces of makeup and dirt and gunk on your skin, and you wanna cleanse that off. For some people, they wanna use a makeup wipe to remove their makeup and then they follow up with a cleanse. I can get with that. For some people, there's days where life starts lifing and you can't really muster the energy to really give yourself, that time to do your full skincare routine. I'd rather use a makeup wipe than to, go into bed and dirty up your sheets with your makeup. Another thing that I can't stand with these makeup wipes is some of them aren't, for lack of a better term, wet enough. So you're dragging this thing across your face, trying to get all of the makeup off, and it's just not happening. The friction, you're rubbing up against your skin. Friction for some people can irritate the skin, and you already know if you watch this channel that irritation can lead to inflammation that can lead to hyperpigmentation. She also mentioned that she uses a facial steamer 1 to 2 times a week. People love facial steamers because it gives them this really nice spa experience. And who am I to take that away from you? But what I will take from you is the fact that, now I'm not saying she said it, because she didn't say it, we didn't hear her say that. However, some people believe that the steam will open up the pores and make it better for you to be able to, apply your products and whatnot. Pores don't open and close. Also, you gotta be careful with the steam, because if the steam gets too hot, it can irritate your skin, and you already know irritation can lead to inflammation that can lead to hyperpigmentation. Now, it's not going to happen for everyone every time, but you have to be really cognizant of all the things that you do in your skincare routine, because these things can add up and be irritating and lead to further issues. Also love that she washes her pillowcases often. She has a little icon of the slip pillowcase, which are the 100% silk pillowcases. Try to get a silk or satin pillowcase if you can, because cotton can be a little drying. It can cause a little friction on the skin, especially if you're someone who kind of like sleeps on your side or you sleep on your stomach. Try to replace at least one of your at least the pillowcase, the pillow that you're sleeping on, with a silk or a satin pillowcase, because that's a smoother material that's a little bit easier on the skin.
So then I just take a disposable towelette. This is a thick towel. It's not thin at all. And I just like to use these just because they're disposable and they don't have no bacteria from like any other uses. So I just like that, and I pat dry.
Now, that's a great point that she brought up. She uses a disposable towelette. This is not something that everyone needs to use in their routine, but if you're acne prone, it's a good idea to either switch out, like if you're using actual face towel to dry your face, it's a really good idea to switch that out often, because what happens is that it holds that bacteria. You can be introducing that bacteria back into your face. You can use disposable towelettes. I will link to some from the Clean Skin Club. They're one brand. There has to be other brands out there that make these disposable towelettes, but Clean Skin Club is the one that first comes to mind. Theirs are said to be 100% biodegradable. You can also use paper towels. But whatever you do, if you are acne prone, don't keep using that same towel, because you can be doing all of this stuff to better your skin and then like thwarting all your efforts by like hustling backwards and using a dirty towel.
Then I go on with the Pixie Glow Tonic 5% glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is good for brighter skin, and it's an exfoliant, so it is always exfoliating my face, and this has really made my skin so much brighter and even on my skin tone, and I just love it. I'm never changing my toner. Then I go in with the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Pill. These are my shit, okay? So these come in 2 steps, one for exfoliant and smooth, and the other one is for anti-aging. These have changed my face. If you do not get anything from this routine, get this. This is in the extra strength. My skin is so sensitive, but this has helped me fight.
Okay. I forgot that she said that her skin is very sensitive when I watched this, because now I'm really wondering, like, girl, how are you able to use the Pixie Glow Tonic, which is a 5% glycolic acid, it's already an exfoliant, and then follow up with the Dr. Dennis Gross Extra Strength Daily Peel? The typical person does not need to exfoliate twice like that. Wow, that is a lot. Let's keep watching though, but okay.
God, my texture has gone away. Oh my God, like this is the best ever. So then after the first wipe, I let that dry for about a good 30 seconds. And then I just go in with the second towelette, and this one is for anti-aging. And it's the neutralizer, because like the first one is like, it stings, and then it just neutralizes. Next, I go in with the Up and Up Target brand 10% benzoyl peroxide. This has fought all those little textured bacteria bumps off my face, and I only take a little bit because I'm not breaking out, so I only use this to like maintain. I only use a little pea size. But yes, girl.
The acne wash that she used in the beginning of the routine was a 10% benzoyl peroxide, and then she's using a 10% benzoyl peroxide acne spot treatment. It may not be necessary for you to use this much of the active ingredient in your routine. It seems to have really worked for her. Benzoyl peroxide can be great in an acne regimen. However, it can be a bit drying. So if you have dry skin, if you have sensitive skin, if you're, you know, like me, maturing in age, it can be a bit drying. As I always say, if you've never tried something before, go with a lower percentage, easier way into it, slowly introduce it into your routine. If you find that you need something higher afterwards, then you bump up, as opposed to, you know, just going all guns a-blazing with the high percentages and using everything at once, because you can get irritated, and as you know, irritation can lead to inflammation that can lead to hyperpigmentation.
And I know there are other brands with 10% benzoyl peroxide. Make sure you get 10%. But honestly, I guess Up and Up is the generic brand. I know there's other brands with the 10%, but they all work the same.
She just said, you know, make sure you get the 10%. 10% is not always going to be appropriate for everyone. If you are at a stage where you're familiar with the benzoyl peroxide in your routine, you've used it for a while, by all means, yes, get the 10%. But if you've never tried it before, or you've tried the 10% and it was too much for you, you can go down to a 5%. And I've actually also seen 2% products. I'll link what I can find and the lower 2 to 5% benzoyl peroxide range in the description box. Because you don't always need to have the higher percentage of something in order for it to work. Because sometimes if you go and use that higher percentage and it's irritating to your skin, you can cause additional issues. Now you got to deal with the irritation and what may come from the irritation, because I've already broken it down: irritation, inflammation, hyperpigmentation, and you still have the initial issues you started out with. Side note, if I look this cute doing my skincare routine, couldn't none of y'all tell me nothing, okay?
Well, I honestly just started using this. This is the Moon Cosmetics Rose Galore, black owned. Hey now. And I just like to use this to add a little extra glow to my face. And I literally just got this. I guess it's good for like acne and even on skin tone. So next I go in with the Peter Thomas Roth oil-free moisturizer. I needed an oil-free moisturizer just because my skin is oily, and I don't like looking greasy or anything like that.
So I missed what the oil was. Let me see if she has it in her description box so we can kind of see. Okay, so the site's not coming up. So I didn't catch what was in the oil. Typically when it comes to the order of your products in your skincare routine, normally they'll tell you to go from thinnest to thickest. There are times where using an oil before the moisturizer can work in your skincare routine. Now, I couldn't get the link to the oil that she was using, so I'm not quite sure what type of oil it is. But if it was something, it sounded like it was something more of like a treatment oil, so that may be appropriate in her routine to use that before she uses this moisturizer.
And this helps keep my face matte and still give me that moisture that I need. So I love this moisturizer, and it's like a gel base moisturizer.
I absolutely love gel-based moisturizers, especially in the warmer months, because they're very lightweight, but they're very hydrating at the same time. So that makes them really nice for oily skin, although there are some that are made for dry skin as well.
With the La Roche-Posay oil-free sunscreen. Sunscreen is very important, and I got this from Target, and this is the SPF of 60. You need to use the sunscreen because you don't want to be Asian in the sun, and also you don't want your dark marks to get even worse, so make sure you are using the sunscreen. And I love this one because it's not ashy looking and it's not greasy, so this was literally the perfect sunscreen for me.
I absolutely love that she's advocating for the usage of sunscreen. To me, she seems very young, like she might be Gen Z. I'm a old ass millennial, but in my generation at least, we didn't really grow up with the education that black people needed to wear sunscreen. I myself didn't start wearing sunscreen until I was in my 20s or maybe like my late teens. And I'm loving all the advocacy for sunscreen online, because I know one of my early sunscreen videos here on YouTube was not met with great reception. As a matter of fact, had some death threats over sunscreen. Like, I was like, wow, people are really special. But I'm glad sis is using sunscreen and advocating for it. Now, that particular sunscreen may be moisturizing enough for you to use it on your own, on its own, if you have oily skin, or if it's like weather appropriate. If it's really hot out, you may not need to put a moisturizer on first and then the sunscreen, but it's gonna depend. You use your discretion. You know, if your skin is feeling like it could use the extra moisture, by all means use the extra moisture.
Lastly, for my morning skincare routine, I add the Pixie Glow Mist. I love this because it gives me a glow. And it has argan oil in it, so it's giving me moisture as well, and I just fan that out.
So I wasn't very familiar with the Pixie Glow Mist, so I looked it up to see what's in it. This product really intrigues me. I'm looking at the ingredient list. I'm seeing a lot of really nice nourishing oils, and it's marketed as something that you can either use before your makeup to prep the skin from your makeup, or after you finish putting your makeup on to, you know, and either way it's gonna give you like this luminous sheen. Like, oh, I wanna try that, but also like, oh, I don't wanna try that. I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't want the extra step. I think if I wanted a luminous finish, that I would look for a sunscreen that has a luminous finish. And there are a lot of them out there. Plus I have a video where I'll be testing a couple of them. It's either already on the channel or it's coming on the channel. So either way, I'll, you know, subscribe to the channel and make sure you check that out when it's there, or check it out now if it's there. But I don't know, interesting. I'm not very familiar with it. If you've tried this glow mist, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But at any rate, if you're going to put anything on after your sunscreen, give the sunscreen maybe about 10 to 15 minutes to let it do its thing. And that's whether it's mineral or chemical. They both work immediately to protect yourself, but you want to give it time to do its thing to create that protective shield against your skin. And I do worry that putting something like this on directly after the sunscreen may break it down a little bit. So just be mindful.
At nighttime in my skincare routine is the same, but I only add a retinoid to it, and this is the 0.5% retinoid, and I recommend using a retinoid on your skin. It's very beneficial. And also I did get this from my esthetician, so I'm sure you can order this online, but I know this brand you can only get from an esthetician, but all retinoids I'm sure work the same. And then also bio oil, like I said earlier, I put on my neck and my face, and this has helped me fade away those dark marks and even on my skin tone. And then I go in with the Laneige lip sleeping mask. This is my ish. I have never stopped using it since I bought it, and it's so good. Take care of my lips and everything. Oh my god. And that is it.
She is so cute. Her skin really is looking amazing. I will say she is using a ring light, and certain lighting, like even me, Like maybe if I come in closer, you can see like the texture on my cheeks. But like if I step back a little bit and then like the light is bouncing off of it, you may not, you may not see it as much. Now here's the thing, this routine worked for her. Now I looked at one of her most recent videos and her skin still looks good. But I do think that for a lot of people, if you follow that same regimen, it can lead to a lot of irritation, burns, more acne, more hyperpigmentation. So tread lightly and definitely make sure that you check out my Your Skin May Be Sensitive and You Don't Even Know video, because it gives you some really helpful tips on how to navigate a routine, and that you don't always have to go guns a-blazing with the highest percentages, because for some people that can lead to disaster. Also another thing, if you're acne prone, you probably don't even need me to tell you this, but I just want to put this out here as a reminder. If you are acne prone, you may have times where you have your acne under control, and there may be other times where it's not under control. For some people, there is no such thing as getting rid of your acne for good. It's basically understanding what your triggers are, what you need in your routine, and when it's time to see a pro. I would definitely, if you're having an issue with acne, look for a dermatologist in your area that specializes in skin of color and with acne issues to help put you on a regimen. Because the thing with acne, you have to treat it holistically. We've had acne expert Marie Claire on the channel before. I will link to the playlist so you can check it out. She has talked to us about so many topics around acne, from what's in your diet to what's in your skincare routine to what makeup you're putting on, and so on and so forth. So make sure you check out those videos. It will be very helpful. Not everything is going to be the same for everyone. Like there's certain foods that may increase the hormones in the skin that can trigger more acne. That may not be something that's applicable to you, but it's good to know that, okay, this is a possible trigger, and you kind of keep a diary and you're like, okay, last time I ate shrimp, this is what happened. So, maybe I'll lessen how much shrimp that I eat, and so on and so forth. Very good idea to keep a skin diary and also document your skin with pictures and video. Now I know sometimes when your skin is not looking the way you want it to, it can be very hard to want to even take that picture or take that video, but trust me, it will help you, because a lot of things is like watching paint dry. And if you don't have that reference to go back, it can be a little like disheartening, feeling like nothing's helping when there are some changes happening. It's just that you can't see it. So what did you learn from this video today? Tell me all about it in the comments. Be mindful, be respectful. Any comments that are derogatory to the young lady who posted her skincare routine, I'm gonna have my assistant delete them, because that's not what this is about. This is about a learning experience, okay? Now for your viewing pleasure, I'm going to leave you here with 2 videos. One on how you might be causing your own skin issues. Yup, it be your own you. And I'm also gonna leave you with the acne playlist, where acne expert Marie Claire Cates breaks it on down. Follow me on social. The links will be in the description box, and I will see you fine folks in my next video. Bye guys.